Good day, second year students. As you all know, we are reading Jonathan Swift's essay, The Spider and the Bee. Swift in this essay describes how an argument happened between a spider and bee in the St. James Library over supremacy. Until now, we have seen that the bee accidentally happens to land upon the spider's web, which causes some damage to its design. Seeing the damage to his web, the spider becomes angry and starts a quarrel with the bee and claims to be superior than the bee. The bee then asks on what grounds he supposes himself to be superior, so the spider puts forth his argument. Now let's begin from where we stopped. Not to disparage myself, said he, by the comparison with such a rascal. What art thou but a vagabond, without house or home, without stock or inheritance? The spider here then launches an attack upon the bee and says, not to disparage myself, said he, not to undervalue, not to belittle myself. The spider doesn't want to underestimate himself by comparing with such a rascal. Rascal, the bee. He is calling the bee a rascal. He does not want to belittle himself by comparing himself with the bee. It's below his dignity. What art thou but a vagabond? Vagabond? Vagabond is a person with no home, one who wanders from place to place without any property. So the spider calls the bee a vagabond. You are a vagabond without house or home, without stock or inheritance. He is asking the bee, what are you? Nothing but a vagabond, a homeless creature with no home, without any property, either created by yourself or acquired through inheritance. You have got nothing. Born to no possession of your own, but a pair of wings and a drawn pipe. The spider says, all that you have in the name of possession, in the name of property, is a pair of wings and a drawn pipe. By drawn pipe, the spider means the pipe in the throat of the bee by which it creates the buzzing sound, the musical sound, the buzz sound. So the bee has nothing besides a drawn pipe and a pair of wings, according to the spider. Your livelihood is a universal plunder upon nature. Next he says, your livelihood, you earn your living by universal plunder upon nature. Plunder is a loot, a stealing. So the bee survives by stealing from nature. A freebooter over fields and gardens, and for the sake of stealing, will rob a nettle as easily as a violet. He calls the bee a freebooter. Freebooter means a robber over fields and gardens. For the sake of stealing, will rob a nettle as easily as a violet. And the spider says that you have no morals. And for the sake of stealing, you can steal something from every object of nature, be it a thorn or a flower. Nettle means a thorn, violet here stands for flower. So bee can steal from every object of nature. Whereas I am a domestic animal, furnished with a native stock within myself. I, the spider. So the spider, on the other hand, claims to be a domestic animal, having a house and a native stock within myself. Native stock here stands for material of my own and property of my own. This large castle, to show my improvements in the mathematics, is all built with my own hands, and the materials extracted altogether out of my own person. He says, this large castle. By castle he means the cobweb, his home. He has built his home with his own hands. to show my improvement in the mathematics with materials obtained by him from his own body and the materials extracted altogether out of my own person. The spider is pointing out his self-sufficiency which the bee lacks. He is giving an example of his web which shows his knowledge of mathematics. To show my improvements in the mathematics, his web is an example of his knowledge of mathematics, and the materials for the construction of this house have been taken by him from within himself and not from any outside source like the bee. So let's stop here. We will continue with the text in the next video.